You poor baby. Some women just need to be pitied. There are, in my opinion, ethical levels around pity. There's the pity that one asks for and needs when one is in need of pity. I think pity is a real thing. I think, some people need to feel the empathy from other people when they're down, when they're hurt, when they're legitimately in a bad position. I've been in a bad position. I have sought pity in that position, and I've gotten pity in that position and it helped. And there's a level there, okay? You're not doing a thing of dignity when you're seeking pity, but you're not in a dignified position when you're seeking pity. Then below the people who are legitimately in need of seeking pity are the people who don't need pity but seek it anyways. The people who don't deserve any pity at all but seek it. And even below those people are the people who don't deserve it, seek it, and lie to get pity. I often wonder what it's like to be a person who lies for pity, to be a person who is not in a pitiable position, but needs to be pitied, asks for pity, and lies to get it. I pity them for needing pity that much. I definitely feel sorry for them, but I don't pity them because they ask for it. How low is it, really, to beg for pity when you don't need pity? Where do you have to be to beg for pity when you don't need pity, when you don't deserve it? I mean, like I said, I've been in a pitiable position before. Don't pity me now. I've been the victim of religious discrimination a lot. I faced more discrimination than most black people in this country, and I'll go toe-to-toe with anybody to discuss that. But that's not my point with this video. My point with this video is, don't you dare pity me for that. I've been called lots of names, and I've faced a lot of challenges because of anti-Semitism, a lot, and I'm fine, okay? Don't pity me for any reason. Instead, like me. Think I'm a good guy. Think I'm an accomplished guy. Think I'm a smart guy. In order to get you to do that, I'm going to try real hard. I'm going to do these videos, and I'm going to do what I can to make the world a better place. And, maybe you'll like me because of that. But you won't pity me. I hope nobody ever pities me again. And so let's look at this picture that's going around the internet. This hit my Twitter feed, and it probably hit everybody's Twitter feed. And Tim Pool did a video on it. It's basically this women in power tweet who says, what if the harassment shoe was on the other foot? Exactly, you wouldn't like it either. And there's these 4 situations here. One where a woman is complimenting a man on his looks. One where another woman is complimenting a bunch of gentlemen and calling them lovely. One where a woman with exceptionally large breasts is complimenting a guy on his computer skills, and one with an old lady who's complimenting a guy on his looks. You look way too good to be a cashier. Okay. I tweeted back that none of these are remotely offensive, frankly, and that none of this is harassment. Okay? None of this is harassment. And Tim Pool did this video about how clueless this author is, about how liberal feminist women don't understand that men don't mind being complimented. Okay, that's all true. Men don't mind being complimented. I will say, I'm very privileged to be able to. How do I say this without sounding pompous? I've been complimented on my looks many times by women. I'm very humbled by that. I'm very grateful for it, but I've been complimented on my looks several times. I've been complimented on my clothes several times. And none of those times were offensive. None of those times made me a victim. None of those times were me being victimized by those women who complimented me. when you look at this poster, when you look at this pitch, what exactly is the point here? The point of this post is to garner undeserved pity for women. And that's what I'm talking about today. This fake pity that some women want for themselves, even when it's completely undeserved. Now, women have been a second-class citizen in the past, but they are not anymore. And they are going to some are going way out of their way to pretend there is. Look at this. Now, if you go online and you just say, is the gender pay gap real? You'll get, and I'm just going to just diverge off of this onto this topic for a moment just to make a point here, okay? The gender pay gap is not real. The gender pay gap was real once upon a time, but now it's not. And I'm going to show it to you here. This is an article about the gender pay gap. The gender pay gap is real. Pay equity needs to be a continuous practice. This person is a fucking liar. Watch. Look at how long this article is about all the oppression, all the charts, all the oppression. This is where it gets to the point where she actually talks about the truth. Watch this, okay? She wants to be the victim really, really hard. She wants women to be earning less than men really, really hard. Look at this. A controlled pay gap, equal pay for equal work. That's what you wanted, right? That's what we all wanted. That's what men and women, particularly the baby boomer and Gen X men who helped it happen, you're welcome, wanted, strove for, equal work, equal pay. That's what the gender pay gap has always been about. Here's a commercial that I remember by heart because it used to play when I was a kid over and over and over again. Same job, same employer means equal pay for men and women. Watch.
A ticking bomb means trouble for Batman and Robin.
Holy, breaking and entering, it's Batgirl.
Quick, Batgirl, untie us before it's too late.
It's already too late. I've worked for you a long time and I'm paid less than Robin. Same job, same employer means equal pay for men and women.
No time for jokes, Batgirl.
It's no joke. It's the federal equal pay law.
Holy act of Congress.
If you're not getting equal pay, contact the Wage and Hour Division, U.S. Department of Labor.
Women with the same jobs as men make 98 cents to every dollar. That's 2%, 2 cents. This 2% gap is statistically significant according to our model. Wait, here comes the punchline. And it won't close. The controlled gender pay gap has been sitting at 98 cents since 2015. Next sentence. It has closed 1 penny since that time, which is the exact opposite of the previous sentence. Closed 1 penny, that is a 50% reduction. And guess what she doesn't say? She says the 2% gap is statistically significant, then it cut in half, but she doesn't mention whether it's still statistically significant. Is 1%, is a 1 penny gender pay gap statistically significant? Oh, and another thing, is that 100%? Is that pay gap 100% because of the mean old men who are holding women down? Are men and women just doing different things? If you go over to this Business Insider, you say, yes, why is the gender pay gap? A lot of this is not about control. Men are far more likely to choose careers that are more dangerous. That sounds like we're being oppressed. Far more likely to work in higher paying fields. That's by choice. That's not controlled. Men work in less desirable locations. That sounds like we're being oppressed. Men work longer hours than women do. Do you think that might factor into the pay gap? Or men are more likely to work on weekends. Do you think that might factor in? There's a whole mess of reasons why that 1% pay gap might exist. That 1 penny pay gap might exist. But to say that that's 100% because women are less valued, to say that's 100% because men are treating women less, that's bullshit, right? You get complimented too much, but you live longer than men, you have less stress, You work shorter hours. You have better lives. But you get complimented. You get complimented. Women in power should be a much more powerful place. You should be a much more powerful group by not begging for undeserved pity. Because I do not pity you. You're fine. You have equal rights. You're going to get paid the same no matter where you go to your male counterparts. You're absolutely fine. You're not oppressed. You're just so goddamn spoiled that you think being complimented is oppression. Have you seen what's happening in the rest of the world? Have you seen what used to be? You're being complimented too much and you're calling that oppression. Seriously, fuck you. Sit down and relax. Take a fucking pill. You're 0% oppressed. You're 0% hurting. You're 100% fucking fine. And you're 100% spoiled as fuck. I mean, I'm super glad that you live in a society where you can be so fucking spoiled that being complimented too much is traumatic to you. Do you know what's happening in the rest of the world? This is the stuff that makes you look pathetic. This is the stuff that makes you look like the lesser sex. This makes women look weak. This makes women look stupid. This makes women look vapid. This makes women look frail. This is not women in power. This is women seeking power. This is women who wish they had power. Women in power don't complain about this bullshit. There are lots of women in power out there. There are lots of very strong, successful, brilliant women out there who've earned their position. You know what they're not doing? They're not complaining when they get a compliment. They're not trying to get pity when somebody gives them a compliment. What they're doing is they're hanging out their accomplishments. They're showing everybody what they got. Those are the women in power. They stand tall. They stand strong. They're not trying for pity. I get complimented too much. Wow, if only men would understand what we go through in our longer lives with less stress. You don't understand, men. We get complimented. Wait. I'm getting a well of pity for all the women who have been complimented. Wait. It's all welling up. Wait. All those women who have been told they were pretty. The pity's coming. Wait, it's coming. Any minute. It's coming. Wait. No, it's not there.